It's an election year, and you know what that means for the media. Time to break out the race bait. What's going on, everybody? This is Rob Smith, and look, I don't know if you've noticed or not over the past couple of weeks, but there's been a lot of racial tension from the media, even more so than usual. Blacks against whites, whites and everybody else against Asian Americans, and so much of this is being perpetrated and put forth by the mass media. And I wonder why. Well, one thing about it is that the left is faced with a nominee that nobody really wants. They're faced with a lack of any real messaging. They're faced with a nominee, like I said, Joe Biden, who can barely remember what city he's in and who can barely make his way through a virtual town hall without embarrassing glitches. So they go back to their tried and true method of pushing the race bait out to the media. Oh, a couple of examples, you may ask? Well, look at the little skirmish that the president got into with an Asian American reporter when he asked her about the origins of the coronavirus. Well, you and I all know that the coronavirus came from China. This is not a racist thing to say. This is not something that is in dispute. And yet, when an Asian American reporter is addressed with this, all of a sudden it is a racial scandal for everyone in America to deal with, so we can have that national conversation about race that we seem to be having more and more every single year, but especially years that elections are coming up and Democrats are pushing forth weak candidates that they know don't make anybody excited on their side of any color. We see the Ahmaud Arbery case, which we've all been talking about ad nauseam for the past couple of weeks, which is a case that basically is about a lot of different things, race being one of them, but it is being pushed as an open and shut racial justice narrative by the race bait obsessed left. Again, why are they trying to do this? Because they are trying to push a candidate, policies, and everything else that nobody is really here for. It's something that nobody really wants. Nobody wants Joe Biden. Nobody is excited about Joe Biden. Nobody is excited about anything that's going on the left, so they double down on the race bait. My advice to you, my wonderful viewers, is not to fall for it. Don't get sucked into petty, simplistic conversations about race that only seem to come around when there's an election at stake. Race in America always has been and always will be something that needs to be dealt with in nuance. It's something that we need to talk about as Americans in ways to bring us together, not to tear us apart. So as we get into an election season that is going to get brutal, as we get into an election season with a candidate on the left that nobody really likes, that bores everybody, that doesn't excite any American of any color, be careful of the race bait that will come from the media. 2020, as in 2016, as in 2012, as in 2008, the left has one message for all of America. Racial division is key, and if you elect our candidate, it will heal the racial divisions in America. Don't fall for it. It's not true. You and I both know that it's not true. So my advice to you, don't take the bait. When you see race bait, look the other way. We'll all be a lot more united without it.